I just had a call with a longtime friend and mentor, and he and I have known each other for about 20 years now. And I'm going to guess it was probably about 9 or so years ago that I first started hearing him talk about being a student of A Course in Miracles. And this is the very first time that he and I have ever chatted about it. I got to share that, he was a big inspiration for, me picking up the course multiple times. And one of the things that I asked him was, as I'm stepping into this new space of really leaning into faith as it guides my path and process, what are some of the things that will be helpful in sticking to, my faith and leaning on God's will versus my will? And one of the things that he said that has been beneficial for him is logging the miracles that show up. And I hadn't thought about that before. I've been logging all of these lessons in these videos for the past 49 days, but I don't think I've been doing an effective job of really capturing the miracles or those shifts in perspective and some of the outcomes of those things as they show up in my life. And these are the types of things like, I've had a number of business deals either come through or open up in the past 2 weeks that I can't logically trace back to, things that I intentionally created. And they've shown up in this space where I've been really opening up to my faith and spiritual practice. And I've been, seeing things like forgiveness with family members and, kind of past relationships and things like that just shift, and energetically the gift that's been. A few years ago, me could never have perceived of how much peace, love, joy I would experience from letting go of some of the, kind of beliefs or unforgivenesses that I've been holding on to. So this is going to be one of my new practices in this series of videos, is starting to log my miracles as they show up. And the gift of somebody else sharing their experience. Years ago, funny enough, I delivered this workshop called Mentorship Miracles. And because so often a shift in perspective comes from somebody in our life helping us see something just a little bit differently, and our whole experience of it completely shifts for the better. And that's what this call to me meant today. I hope, and I don't know that that's the purpose of these videos, but I hope that, in some way, me sharing my experience through this medium will open up something that shifts an experience for some of the folks who are watching this. I'd love to hear about it if it does. There are lots of ways to find me, but if you want to message me, I would love to hear about any shifts that come out of this. Not necessary. I'm finding a lot of joy in just doing these videos, but if that feedback loop did come through with some wins that I'm able to make a difference in, then that would bring me a lot of joy too.